Y'all have about 10 minutes before I fall back asleep.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone, and welcome to the Can't Say This Twice X Straight No Chaser mashup. See, so
Ladies first, ladies first.
Equality.
Curry chicken curry.
Oh,
I want to get one of these board things for us.
This story, they're not Guyanese.
So you can.
I think make the higher CJ.
It's trimmer.
Oh my god.
Says the girl that calls me.
I think this is. I was just about to say this is the first time I've ever heard her use the actual government.
Yeah.
See,
Just out, please.
I guess we're being professional tonight.
I can get it together.
the prosecco it hits in yet.
In it yet now. You juice it in? Or you good?
Sure, do six.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Why man is like unprovoked?
It makes us look bad.
That's my water over there.
That is your water that you're ignoring. So y'all, we usually start off with a shot, but we all have like beverages. So we'll start off with the chairs. And this is gonna be a great event.
Cheers.
Crossover time, crossover.
Ooh, cheers on the percent.
Cheers, cheers.
All right. Okay. Tell the girl.
Tell a girl what?
Hello one.
For a second, we'll go straight to the genitals.
Apparently, bubbly
Or the
makes you-
temperament.
Bubbly
does.
makes them bubbly.
Oh, yeah. Y'all realize
make
like,
me
there was
bubbly,
an
make me
entire
angry.
time. Well, yeah, it makes B angry. Bubbly for B makes her angry. Henny for me makes me angry. What's y'all?
Yeah, Tennessee does make everybody.
Oh yeah, right.
I don't want
Tennessee works with your emotions.
Yeah, yeah. Not
Whatever
the
you're
people.
feeling, whatever you're feeling, you're getting it when you're Tennessee in your sister.
And your
Yeah,
friend
honey.
feeling it next to you.
Oh yeah. Ever
Right.
tell y'all a buck up on a gunman on Hennessy?
You serious?
Yeah.
Is this a story? Story time? Story time, yeah?
Fine.
Well, he trying to dance on me, and I was like, "Nah, good, thank you, sir." And he keep coming back. I say, "Yeah," him and say, "No." And in the club, and he was like, "Well, fuck do this, bitch."
Wow.
I'm like, "Yo, you want to see a bitch? Fuck with me." I don't know. I was on Hennessy.
You're
I was
honest.
like 3 glasses deep and about to get lit.
I believe you. I believe
Yeah.
you.
And then
The
he tell me
sober
about his
road
gun,
around
and
the
I
other
was-
way.
right? He tell me about his gun and I tell him about mine. Do I have one? No. But do you have to pretend? Yes.
Did you do the hand in the pocket? The
Yo, I was not into the hand in the pocket because I was like, it's a little too hectic out here. I was like, it's in my car, bro. Like, don't make me get it for you.
Hennessy had me dressed up going out with my then boyfriend, reaching effect, get lit off a Henny, and leave it a whole other man.
Oh, wicked girl stories.
oh boy.
I mean, it is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. Hashtag wicked girl Wednesdays.
Yeah, shut up.
I mean, Henny had me parked up on Rohan's patio after pre-day.
Do we need to insert the picture again? I'll show you. I'm
Maybe.
gonna stick out with it. I'll show y'all.
I do want to
It's
see
great.
this.
Yeah, I was with you, man. That night, I don't know. You was. I don't think you was. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
This
Never
not what
know.
lies.
I feel like
Lie again.
Lie again. I love that song.
No, not the song, baby. The West Indian man.
Lie, lie, lie. She said song.
What song is that?
It's a Giveon song. It's real nice.
Oh,
but a
it's so
man
sweet.
saying, like, lie to me. Don't tell me that you've been with anybody else.
Yeah.
You have one called Lie to Me Too.
No, it's sweet. It's sweet. He's like, yo, lie to me, lie again, until I believe I'm the only one that's been with you. Basically, he's saying like,
You okay being
I don't know. He's like,
You don't want to know.
basically,
know.
he's saying, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know if I
You want to
get
be
in on.
ignorant. What they say, ignorance is
The
bliss.
man is literally singing sweet words that say, I don't want to know if you're a hoe, just lie to me.
Move that statement around.
She liked that because it was in her favor.
No comments.
Brad
Yourself?
staying quiet, boy. What do you want? No drama.
I don't want to lie
I
about.
ask a simple question. And
Oh yeah, you're still shook.
I get better.
He's still recovering. That's good. I like how we started because I was warned there. So I'm happy that we already dealt with that early.
warn about what? I didn't do anything.
Y'all are the two strong heads.
Oh,
In I
so
mean,
she
we
come
all
out-
we all.
so people warned
feel
her,
like-
nobody warned me. So she have the upper
Oh, your
hand.
friend should have
Come
warned.
out swinging from the beginning. I mean, that's all it is.
Knockout KO.
I mean,
Yeah, my friends already done rub my shoulders.
And
With grease me up
I
with
didn't-
Vaseline
I
on my
didn't
forehead
I
long.
didn't think she was, she would have come out guns.
I didn't
Yeah,
think so
boy.
either.
Guns a-blazing.
So I didn't think there was even warm up
I
here.
thought she would have eased in because she just wake up too. I thought it would have been like a little,
This is
you
my
know.
second nap.
It was
Yeah, bro.
It was straight. It was straight to the chin.
She was ready, bro.
Oh, straight no change.
Jack Henry, she blood.
I think so.
Well rested
Yeah.
and prosecco.
I have a fighting strategy for that.
Oh,
Offensive.
God. Please help us.
Oh my gosh.
Tuck the chin.
Setting the tone already.
Let's start again.
Should we all introduce ourselves to like everybody on
Yeah,
each other's
because your viewers
podcast?
and listeners may not know us.
Yeah.
And
Y'all wanna-
vice versa.
Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves, you know.
CJ. Heave on the girl, them a heave on.
Oh, wow.
Meaning,
What?
yep, gunshot.
I wish.
That's a new one. That's a new one. That's a new one. No more for the ladies.
Yeah, no more for the ladies. This is toxic season. We out ya.
And I'm Brad, the bold,
Mhm.
and that's no fancy catchphrases.
I'm Josh.
No.
The big one.
Sarah's husband, the big one.
I don't know what they speak.
Yo, Josh just come here to lie. At this point,
I find it. I find it. Since you read
since you
it,
read them, I've been lying since you read the side here.
Catch the lights on camera.
misrepresented us.
Is he misrepresenting?
And hey,
He's asking a question. Oh, cheesy. Hey, Rohan, no
and I
music.
guess y'all could introduce yourselves to.
Good night, Queen's Park. I'm Ayana.
I'm Giselle. I'll tap out very soon, guys.
Hey, it's B from Cali.
Woohoo! Cali B.
Cali B. Cali B.
I like that name.
What's on the agenda? Who has the agenda? Well, we have some things to talk about. We don't wanna be too cantankerous. That's my new favorite word.
I like it. I think it's
Um,
coming into that age group that uses time.
Yeah, definitely got that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing patch of grays in my hair.
Bro, I want on the side here.
Start taking this haircut to look young.
That's the same, bro. I hope it's worth.
What's wrong with these young people?
Yeah, my son. I use both.
I'm probably the oldest here, but I ain't got it. Good.
Are you?
I think so, you know.
She-
You and B? Besides B, I mean,
In this
the
room?
room, yeah.
Oh, so you the oldest?
Yeah.
You in charge?
But look at me, Ben.
I'm under her.
Because I know you have to look younger than previous. That's previous, by the way.
Do you?
I do.
I don't like the name Clevis anymore.
Why?
I like the new title.
Oh, Cleveland.
The girl them he won.
Yeah.
It's really only the Sherelle Warner.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
It's really the only.
I surely have it. I didn't start it. She didn't take it out. So my brethren here, it was something you sent me on Instagram. Was a video or something we were watching. And then you
The
mentioned
lady's least favorite person, Kevin Samuels. Nah, boy.
Hey.
Least favorite person
The
because
dead?
I don't listen to
I think
them.
it's actually Tate.
Is he still talking from the grave?
he has that cult following.
I really thought we had gotten rid of him by
No,
now.
we still have the fresh and fresh and fit. That's what
The what?
What's the famous line? And he was like,
Can't make the challenge.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead. All right, so the question was, does a man not being desirable to other women make him less desirable to his? Yes. Why use
What?
So repeat the question for them. Does a man not being desirable or as desirable to other women make him less desirable to his?
So.
To
basically,
his-
To his woman, yeah.
Okay.
So
Mm.
in layman's term, if other girl don't find a man nice, you find him
Is he
less
not
nice
even
in
nice?
your,
Is
in
it-
your eyes.
Yeah.
are you
Oh.
attracted to man? Go watch him.
Yeah, man.
I have to like, I mean, I wouldn't take it on because
Hmm.
I'd probably be so like, deep in love that I can't see that other girl's not looking at them. I don't know. But yeah, because if other girls not looking at you, I feel like that's strange. That means you don't have like a big energy about you, maybe. And you don't have like a certain swagger. But maybe that's what I like, and maybe that's why I deal with you.
That begs the question, what is big?
I
dick
just
energy?
about to ask.
It's a swag. It's a when I
I mean,
walk
like
in
owning the room.
Yeah, you own the room. You're a bad bitch,
Confidence.
basically.
As a man.
As a man, you're a bad bitch.
A lot of men,
Man,
A lot of men can walk in the room and you wouldn't notice them.
Exactly.
at all.
That's most men. actually.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't have big dick energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then what?
Quiet.
So then
Then
what
what
else?
is big dick
So
energy?
walk in the room. What
Maybe
else?
that's the biggest dick energy. I don't know.
but I mean, there are a lot of guys that probably put on that persona.
You
Just-
can't put on big dick energy.
Yeah.
If for me, I think big dick energy means different things for different women. For me, big dick energy feels and looks silent and deadly. For me,
Okay.
if you chat too much, then that means you're
Overcompensating.
overcompensating for something.
Mm.
It means that your marketing team is on high alert because you're not getting sales, right? So then it's a red flag for me. I believe in the silent and deadly
I
killer.
watch what you drinking.
Not that juice.
I don't know if it's more about not finding, I don't know. I don't think if I ever really paid attention to like, oh, I like this man, or like now that I'm married, that like I still need women to find him attractive. I think it might be more of how he presents himself anyway, right? So like when if I'm out, right, I'm making sure like anywhere we go, if we go into a fete or anything, like, we're decently dressed, we look great and all that kind of stuff. We're social, we talk to people. I don't necessarily know if my requirement is, I mean, I know my requirement is not that other girls have to find him attractive. My requirement is that he could stand on his own in a room. So for example, have conversations, still look nice, right? Keep hygiene, all that kind of stuff. So I think that is, maybe that's tied into it. I don't know, but I don't necessarily think I have to know that women are attracted to him versus know that he stands out on his own in general.
I agree with you, B.
Yeah.
For me, there isn't room in my attraction for other women. There isn't room in my attraction to notice. Like I am gonna be so, my friends call me an envelope. I don't have time to see anybody else. And if I do notice somebody else, then it becomes a problem. If someone else is too much in the sphere of my person, then it's not an attraction, it's a problem.
It's like what's pulling you?
Why
Is
you
he giving?
why are
I'm
you
available
here?
energy.
Why
Yeah.
are you attracted to this? This is not available to you. Mash, dog.
Well, we're not talking basically.
It doesn't affect, it doesn't
But like-
increase or decrease my attraction. For me, it's more of an annoyance. I don't want to even notice other people. There
So do you
isn't
get-
room in my attraction for that.
Do you get annoyed, or does it do anything to you when you see that you and your man walk into a party and you catch a girl staring at him longer than 3 seconds? Or-
So I'm a little bit yeah.
Just say, yeah.
I consider myself the accessory in the relationship.
Mhm.
So
So all eyes on you.
I assume that they're watching me.
Done.
Fair enough.
Rightfully said.
Fair enough.
I could see myself saying, why these girls watching me?
Yeah.
Maybe they're watching him, but I would be like, let's watch me.
The eyes burning you. For those who don't know what an envelope is though. You pull up. So like, yeah, something that folds. So your man there and you just pull up on him full time.
Whole time.
Full
Yeah,
time.
but
Yeah, no.
the prerequisite is you had to jump out yourself.
No.
Yeah.
Mailing you immediately.
In my defense, that is how queens operate.
Hey, oh, Popper.
That's how you want.
Um,
Ow.
listen, I love the deflection, eh? I love the deflection.
For me. No, it doesn't make him less attractive because if I find you nice, you're nice to me. If you're nice to other girls too, then big up you.
Big up you.
But it would not because it's me and you daddy. And if other girls like you too, then that's nice because more than likely some other man like me too. People supposed to like you, you know.
Exactly.
People will like it, so it doesn't really matter. If you come out looking, wash your foot and come, I'm not going to be less attracted there. I'll just tell you, change your clothes now. But outside of that, no. No. But back to the deflection.
No, I'm with Jizzy on that. I like nice things.
Wait, man.
So I expect
Wait,
other
hold on.
people to like nice things
Hold
too,
on.
but it doesn't affect my attraction.
So you have a problem when I call it that. She could call it that too.
What's that?
Jizzy.
No, there are people for that, not you.
Wow.
Wow.
Eh.
When I say it with love.
Me too.
That is not a true talent frequency, boss.
Wow. Women.
Yeah. That's what it is.
The stand.
Fellas.
Same goes for you with your wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say with their
Your wife.
your significant others.
Let's flip it.
I find if nobody will find my wife attractive, something wrong.
It shows wrong.
With them.
With them or with
No, with wifey, because
Eh.
she's supposed to look good for me and represent me. So
My
if we
God.
outside and she not representing me by looking good,
Mhm.
something wrong with that picture?
But that's different though. That's different.
No, but you supposed to find she attractive?
Yeah, but you're saying looking good as opposed to being desirable to people.
Yeah.
Like you could look
'Cause
good
you
and
could look good
somebody
and be
just
like,
really
yeah.
not into you, you know?
Like she nice, but she attitude though.
They can be like she's beautiful, but
Oh, you mean
yeah.
like
Yeah,
everything?
like desirable.
Yeah, like boy, I wanna take
Well, I
I wanna
mean-
take she from me.
everybody different. So
Exactly.
if nobody, I mean, yeah, you might have a few, but you can't stop that shit from saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't find nothing wrong with it. And it shouldn't.
Why you
change-
waiting to be last?
But it shouldn't change. It shouldn't
Control
change.
the next, I control.
It shouldn't change how you feel though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. To me, it doesn't matter. If I, as Jizzy said, if I ain't nice, then that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
God.
Yeah, it don't matter.
So no outside influence could influence how you feel about
Right.
your woman.
It shouldn't.
It can
It
influence
should not.
because
It
I
shouldn't.
I stubborn like that.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Again, it's for me.
But like
Yeah,
doesn't it
you
make
know?
you wonder why?
I want to retract
I
a
could-
little
I
bit.
could
I
care
want
less.
I want to add this point.
Mm.
It doesn't affect my attraction to my person.
Yeah.
If I'm attracted to them, no girl can put me out in terms of my attraction.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's also a nice feeling to know that you have something that people want.
Of course.
Let me just say
Mm.
that. Let me
Yeah,
just be
of course.
honest about
Yeah.
that part. Like
Yeah.
I like to know
You
that
win
my
a
man
prize.
look good and them they want him and they can't get him and that feel good. Let me just say that. That is the
That's-
honest truth.
That's a real ego.
Because
That's the truth.
let me speak
That's a real ego.
with my
No, that's the truth.
Yeah, that's
I-
human nature.
Is this something that I would like, I don't know, say is a good thing? That's a
But
different
it's
conversation.
something.
That's a different
But it's
conversation.
nothing.
But this is
something.
just the
But
honest.
It should be a good.
That's the
Yeah.
honest part. Like but it also goes both ways. Because when I leave the house, I'm leaving the house in a format that
Mhm.
man will want me.
Mhm.
Can they have it? No, that's yours.
Yeah.
But
Yay.
they will want it, and you will feel good because you know that only you will get
Ah.
it.
Wicked.
with me, the time I see men staring at my wife, the most is in the gym. So if we go out and we're together, they don't stare as much because we're walking together and whatnot. I don't know I think if I see them now, bust their head or something. But in the gym, we go our separate ways in the gym. She goes and do her thing, I go and do my thing. And she walks around the gym and I see the men like real double take something and I feel good.
buddy gal.
My wife.
Mhm.
You're right,
Some men
real hot.
watching some I know there are some men that will take offense to that and be like, "What you watching, man? Look up and so on." But I feel like
You're so
yep,
close.
that's mine. And then she come and talk to me, and everybody like, "Oh, she have a man." I see their head just go down. That kind of that gets me going.
That kind of like makes you like kind of proud, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's a
right?
pride thing.
But it's not
It
something
does-
that's like it would
weren't
impact
watching.
like your decision making in relationship though.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It makes me more attracted to her. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. If the reverse could be similar. So if people weren't looking really checking out your woman like that, would that make you feel like nobody thinks she hot?
But then
It's
you-
not a
that mean-
requirement for me,
but
but if
that-
it happens,
Yeah.
it's like, it's an added.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you start thinking that way, that means you're in for the wrong reason.
No, it's just it's
No,
a side
it's-
thing.
Nah, but then it wouldn't be for her. It would be for the way she looks,
I get
the
it.
way she.
Yeah, but the way someone
I
looks
mean-
is a big thing in
I mean,
attraction.
yeah.
They can
But
discount that.
so what
As
happens?
Shallow as it might
So
sound.
what happens?
But the
if
men
she-
that want your wife might not necessarily want her or think she's attractive because of how she looks. She might have like a vibrant, magnetic
true.
personality, and
Exactly.
people might
True.
just like her and want to be around her for that.
Yeah. I'm agree
And
with
that's
that.
still giving you points. I mean, because there is.
But I'm just saying, like, if they only looking at the way she looks and judging and saying, well, maybe nobody checking her out because she's not pretty, then you're in it for the wrong reason.
I mean, we're all human, huh? You
You
may
may feel a type
you
of
may
way.
not you may think that fleetingly,
Mhm.
but doesn't mean that your feelings are going
Like
to change for her.
sleep.
Like
Yeah.
it might cross your mind, yeah.
We're also sane thinking
still
people.
wrong.
You have
Yeah.
a lot of odd people that might feel a type of way and be like,
Yeah.
"Why
I mean,
nobody
there are
want
people
you?"
out there that base their whole relationship on that. I know
Yeah.
people that have broken up
Right.
with people because they say, yeah, my boys or even my girls, don't think she pretty and all that kind of stuff. And like
Correct?
they base the
Correct.
decisions off
Yeah.
of that. So it is a reality.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's
Sad.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
What else you got, CJ?
Well, I'm glad we don't have those people inside here.
So I'm happy also.
Good job, guys.
That's your man
not
and you
vapid.
stick beside him. All stale bread have their cheese.
Nobody else wants your
Listen, I know
cheese,
we
that's
all went through a
okay.
glow up, eh? Come on now.
Honestly.
Yep.
I mean, I grew up in different the men that I like
we
to.
like access.
Yeah, airing.
Who has it easier, men or women, in relationships?
In what way?
In
Mhm.
relationships.
Yeah, but in what way? In what aspect of the relationship?
No,
Just
I
in
don't
a
think it's
relationship.
general, it's hard, eh?
You-
Yeah, depending,
Yeah.
like what we
Yeah,
really
both
talking
sides are
about.
fine. Both sides are
Okay, elaborate.
Like, what are we talking about? Career,
No,
The
financially?
relationship,
Like,
whatever comes with it,
Everything.
everything that makes up that relationship.
I really
So
can't
just
answer
between the
that.
two of them? Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
one.
It's a
Yeah.
It depends on the dynamic of your relationship.
Okay.
That's why I say,
Okay,
I think
so-
both men and women will have it equally as hard. I don't want to say hard as in struggle,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
at some point in time, one will be up and one will be down.
Okay,
Yeah,
if
it's
you had to,
it's like
if
a
you had-
moving
if you-
target.
If you had to be paid $1 million to sit on one side, which side would you pick?
The
Damn.
Lord side.
Which one has it easier?
Amen.
Between a man and a woman.
North side.
For $1 million,
That is
for $1
hard.
million dollars.
I'm leaning on the Lord side.
We're not sitting on no fence here for $1 million.
I
If
like
you had to do this, make this decision for $1 million, which one has it easier, a man or woman?
Okay,
Which one would you
okay,
easier
no,
make
no.
arguments
No,
for?
no.
Again, it's for me, depends on the context. Do I have kids? Am I the breadwinner? Am I the bill payer? Am I am I working from home? Like I
would say, is it you're talking about a marriage or like a boyfriend girlfriend situation? If you could bring it
A
down to
serious
that,
relationship?
a serious relationship.
Marriage. I mean, there's
Married people. If for $1 million, boy, I would still go with my answer because I just like to do what I want.
They wouldn't get the $1 million.
I mean, I don't have it now and I'm still thriving, so I'm good. But if you wanted me to make an answer, boy,
That question
Women
too broad
have
for
it
me.
difficult.
It's very broad.
Yeah, it's very broad.
Mhm.
I can answer.
I would say women have it difficult in dating relationships.
I was just about to ask if it would be easier
Dating.
to say
Yeah,
dating wise. Who has it?
I
That's
would
an easier
say,
question to answer.
based on my experience and the experience of my peers, women have it more difficult in terms of dating.
Dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could concur with that in the context of dating, small island dating. Specifically, that's my context, small island dating.
Well, I
It's
dated
tough.
more in the city, and that was tough too. Like for me, coming from like a small island and dating up in Toronto, it was hard for me to wrap my head around like going and meet someone who's like I don't know.
Not part of
I
your
can't be
culture.
like, yo,
Right.
You don't go
oh,
there,
you're a
parents.
man, or
Yeah.
yeah. So like it was hard for me to like get out of my shell and do that. But then it was just hard to speak to men and kind of have like any kind of connection with a lot of them
Mm.
and to keep that connection because they just wanted to fuck.
Mhm.
You know? So
So is that different here and there? Like, are guys here more willing?
they don't want to date. They want to just fuck.
Guys
Here
in the
or-
city, guys in the
No,
city.
so guys in the
Grenada.
city, they date you first, but they want to fuck after.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Men here will
Straight-
not date you.
straight to
They'll
the-
be like,
straight
yo,
to
I
the
want
What
Yeah.
is a date here?
Yeah, there's
What's
not
that?
that.
Yeah, good question.
Never seen it. Lies. So
Have you been
anybody
on
who's
one?
ever taken me on a date with one or two fellas, sorry. Or yeah, you know, it's not there.
So what's a date?
In Grenada.
Taking you out like, okay,
Never been.
so I would say that a date is someone, either the man or the woman, purposefully saying that you would like to do a specific thing, right? And then the plan being made and then doing that thing. That does not necessarily have to involve sex, right?
Okay.
So it could be anything because it depends on whatever you're into. Like me, so you could take me to a bar. That could be a date because that's what I like,
Mhm.
right? If it is more of a, fanciful person, they might want to go to dinner or something like that. You could take me to a movie. That is a date, but it's purposeful. Me and you, this is what we are going to do.
But that's similar to dating in the big city, right?
Yeah.
That's the-
Yeah.
But it's like
And-
the expectation of like what the date could be here is
A lime.
it's a lime. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, meet me with the fellas,
Yeah.
with my people
Oh, well,
and then
if I tell you, you know the phone.
Then
That
already
cannot be a date.
hello, they think it is.
Can't be a date.
You mean
Yeah.
Grenada?
Yeah.
Fellas.
My problem with dating in Grenada is that there is already a familiarity that exists with most people that we know around our age that we think are
Yeah.
date worthy. Like most of us are in our 30s. At this point, it's not often that I meet somebody in Grenada that I have not met or seen in some way before. So, so it's hard to like, I don't know if we're going for drinks because we're brethren, we're friends, and this is, platonic, or if you trying to get in my pants, or if we like, it's so hard because I can't assume
So it's
that
fun.
everybody who is kind to me and offers me a drink is trying to get in my pants. One, two, in Grenada, when we date, we aren't always straight up about the direction. If it's just, this is just a sexual pursuit, this is an interest in you as a friend, nothing more, or this is me trying to figure out if we can have a future together. The lines are always blurred and the guys here are not always very straightforward.
But I feel like men in the Caribbean have been brought up to like hide their real feelings. So I guess you will always get that not being straightforward from the jump. They'll try to like beat around the bushes, play Mr. Macho Man, So I guess that could like affect the dating, the whole dating thing here. But the one-on-one dating, like let's go for dinner, that's not really part of our culture. A few years ago, like our grandparents wouldn't have known going to a restaurant. That was not a thing.
We used to cook.
Exactly. Right. So like this whole dating thing is new to our culture. So we being fair, like we can't blame the guys no, because we weren't taught that. We learned that from MTV and BT. So it's like no, we adapting to that culture. So yeah, we asking to go online with the boys because we have a cook. That could be a date, yeah. I mean, we might have
I like
other
it.
intentions.
You're shaking your head.
I think as long as
prefer
intent.
group date. Like if
I'm not shaking my head to say like that's not a date. I'm saying I'm shaking my head because if the intention is to date that person, like take them seriously, you would want to get some one-on-one time,
yeah.
you know. At least me personally, that's more. I love the group line and stuff. It's easier. There's a lot less pressure on both parties because there's a lot more people around. But it's very hard to get to know that person in that setting. You can't really ask them personal
That's
questions
very
and
true, yeah.
whatnot.
But
So
it's not a but. It's also the one-on-one thing is very important. However, a lot of one-on-one thing is just one on top of one. No,
That's not a
that's
date.
the
That's
intention.
true.
But what if
I mean, and everybody has their preference. My preference for a first date, if we talking about, I don't know you from, for whatever reason, you are a unicorn in Grenada and I've never met you before. I don't want to go on a one-on-one with you.
right?
I want to go on a group date with you to start. We'll do the one-on-one second. I want to see how you move through this, how you move through space and time. I want to see you. I want to see your people. I want to take off the pressure because also I don't want to end up one on top of one because a lot of them figure
Yeah, that's
they
the
get you in a
end.
room
Yeah,
alone
that's,
and
that's it. Let's do something, but let's do it at your house, or let's do something. Let's do that at my house because the end game is that.
But most times you go to that group, I mean, the after line is one-on-one.
that's fine too. But let's
And
start.
that's why
Let's start all of
there,
us.
right?
Right.
With some, not a lot, but some persons, when they say, "Let me come by," that's exactly what it is.
Wait,
Open
one-
door and just jam.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying it's a little bit more difficult. I would say it's more difficult for women because we don't always get that one-on-one factor where we could excommunicate the sex part. Or we could just get to sit down and know each other. A date for me could easily be sitting down and playing game, busting your ass in Mario Kart. You probably will never speak to me after that because I get very disrespectful for games and so you wouldn't want to play games with me. But that could be, you understand? It's simple, but that kind of thing.
The expectation.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like you go out with someone you're expected to put out in some form or fashion. It's like, oh, yeah, it's an expectation. It's like you you meet up with someone and it's like, if I paid for dinner, if I paid for this drink, I'm supposed to dance with you whole night. I'm supposed to get a little kiss. I'm supposed to get a little touch up, a little feel up, a little sex. Don't kill me, please. But yeah, it's just an expectation. That's why dating is so hard for women, I believe. You know, for men, at least those of us who are decent, we don't believe that, the man has to put out. We're not even looking for you to put out or to like maybe spend all your money. We don't mind splitting the check. And, it is what it is, but it's the expectation from men. So
hold on. No, you might be fine with splitting the check and all of that. Actually being a decent, whatever it's the bill. Sorry, Miss, what was yours? Carrington? Sorry. Just bleep it up. All right. No, you might be fine with splitting the bill and whatnot, but typically the guy that is genuinely interested in who you are typically you won't give him the time of day. He's not your type, and that's perfectly fine. But again, this is why small island dating sucks a lot, because there's a little bit of people and you're only going to be attracted to whatever your type is. And if your type is an asshole, then that's where you go meet, right?
When this coming out?
And it seems like
Whenever
sometimes
y'all
No,
And
I just want to know,
sometimes-
because if I say right now that I give up as a man, I don't really want anyone to
Is-
say, "Oh,
I can't hear you,
Yeah.
Giselle. We need the mic for you.
And you all put in your stuff because this is what episode 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
I was
whenever you
asking,
start.
I was asking when he was he was editing it to put it out, because if I say no, I give up Rasta man, and then they see me out with the Rasta man. I just want to know my time frame. Sorry, Brad. God.
It's okay.
Rasta man
Another-
till I die.
Another thing with small island dating is there's not much of those desirable men to go around. So it's
Yeah.
small island, less men that women are attracted to.
Mhm.
Most of those women are attracted to that same select few men.
Yeah.
And it's a big, that's
It's-
why you
it's
see
a
some men with
tussle.
different girls.
Mhm.
Sometimes the girls are in the same clique.
Yep.
That happens in Grenada. So
All the time.
It's
That's
a
another thing.
tussle. It's a tussle for a
Resentful.
decent man.
yeah.
I can't say a good man, a decent man.
And I think for if you're looking for a serious relationship, doing a group date as well, a date among a group of friends, the man's group of friends, is a good idea because you get to learn a lot about him through his interactions with his friends and how his friends relate to
Yeah.
him and so. So you could see what kind of guy he is. If he's
Yeah.
a stand-up guy or if he's a jokey guy that his friends will even take serious. And
Yeah.
say, oh boy, you rely on your
You
naturally
there,
wrong.
you there, but he.
Right, true. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good idea
But
if you're
should
gonna
that-
date
but-
seriously.
I mean, I wouldn't judge him based on those interactions,
Can't-
but I do still
It's a
want
good
to
idea.
see him in that space.
You can learn a lot,
Yeah.
that's all. You
Yeah,
can learn
yeah.
a lot.
I mean, I'm still gonna give you the one-on-one chance, like press me on your own, but I do want to see you outside.
No, I was laughing, right? Because my first interaction with a man, I was really calling Ayana a bitch. But he liked it. And we went on a date. Yeah, that's a fair one. Yeah. Nope,
Yeah.
no comments. Rohan next.
Me? B has something to say, girl, because them two.
It
I
was
was-
not appropriate, you know. It was not appropriate. I was with my namaste community, and every 2 words was bitch. I was like, not jizz. Not everybody consumes bitch the same way.
That was my target audience.
It was not her target audience, but every 2 words was bitch.
Yeah.
No, I mean she's sweet though. Sweet. The mouth potty, but the face sweet. And apparently the mans them like it. It's the girls them that didn't appreciate it.
Oh my God. B was saying something, please. I can't with y'all.
I was gonna say, like, if we shift from like small island to like how dating is and like here in the States and North America and stuff, the first go-to is not a group date because the barrier is that whichever person doesn't want you to meet their friends yet. Versus like, and actually that's what I appreciate specifically about Grenada is that, like, first of all, a date for me is, as what Jizzy said, it's like what your intention is. So it doesn't really matter where the scenario is that you're in, right?
He's still begging
So like, I know. So like a line to like kind of release the pressure and just get to know somebody is cool. But in here in the States, that's not even a thing. You might say, let's go to a house party, but it's the intention is not to get to know each other. And here it's very less of, you know, it's more one-on-one versus like, oh yeah, let's go to a line where my friends are because I don't even think you're there yet to meet my friends. Right. I was the same way when I was dating where I was like, I want to get to know this person first a little bit before I actually introduce him to, or even bring him to places where these are my people, these are my circle, these are the people that, you know, protect me and also give me shit at the same time. And it's a very sacred space for me actually. And in that way. So it's like, and it's the same thing. And as I said, that's what we typically see here. But I appreciate that about, like, as I said, when I was in Grenada, like the liming and all that kind of stuff as a beginning.
I think that way, the not wanting to introduce to your friends and thing, I think that is for our parents here. Well, for me, I would not, I didn't introduce my mom to any of the girls I thought I wasn't serious with. Like, my parents.
Yep.
Maybe still think I'm a virgin.
There's levels to it. There's levels to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
we like the fact that we could do background checks. I
Yeah.
think that also we like the fact that we could protect our feelings with people. So by liming with a group of friends, we going down by the beach and cook or whatever, we like the fact that we could observe them from a distance and kind of figure out, do I like this person? Does this person fit in with my circle? What do my friends think about this person? I can observe them without investing too much upfront. Like dating in other parts of the world, you have to be so intentional about spending time with the person and being vulnerable upfront or being honest upfront or just whatever it is. It's you and the person and the awkward silence or lots of talking. But with us, we start with, let's put some people in the room, let's create a buffer. I could kind of hover around, look at you,
And your
decide.
friends could
And-
watch them as well.
Yeah, and you might never invite them out again, and no hard feelings.
Yeah.
Your friends might not even think twice about it. But if you bring that person around 3 times consecutively, now your friends like,
That person have that?
things, yeah,
Yeah.
right? And I like that. I like being able to call and be like,
Yeah.
yo, bro,
How you feel about
Why
that
you fine?
person?
how you feel? Like, what you know?
Yeah.
Give me the files.
Yeah.
The file drop.
Yeah, and like for a lot of us too, if we could make it in the friend group with the type of friends that we have, and I'm speaking about me. If you can make it, then you're real good. Like you're real good.
You don't know why.
I mean, I feel like we have similar friend groups
Yeah.
where everybody throw in talk for everybody, new or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
You could be from wherever you get in talk.
Yeah.
And that's just how we show that we
Love.
watching you, we have some sort of affection. And it's just like how you get to know somebody too. Because if you can't take them jokes,
Yeah,
you
ain't gonna
need to
make
go
it.
now.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
even
ain't
bother.
gonna-
Don't even
ain't gonna
bother
make it.
yourself.
Yeah, ain't gonna make it.
Ain't gonna make sense.
You can't make it to the family. Trust.
You know my family.
know.
My family has a nickname for everybody.
Listen,
mean,
the family I
probably-
married into, I had to make sure I could take the jokes, huh?
Oh yeah, no, you
Facts.
have to.
The full Friday family have
Facts.
jokes for
Oh,
years.
Oh, Lord.
Facts.
Yes,
Problems.
Appropriate and inappropriate.
Mostly the inappropriate. Mostly that. Josh was saying like he won't bring them around like his family. But y'all know how my family is.
Mhm.
All my limes and stuff in the house. So my parents meeting everybody.
Yeah.
And taking
Yeah,
everybody home.
I think that's typically how guys are.
How
anyway.
guys
Like,
are, yeah.
yeah.
And for me, all my relationships start. I mean, I haven't had a relationship in my major adult life, but like when I was dating to have boyfriends, I was bringing people home because everybody was home and they
Yeah.
all began as my friends.
Mhm.
So like people were around them and like they're like, oh, okay, it makes sense.
Mhm.
Or I mean, usually they didn't make sense.
Because I feel
Y'all all warned me.
For
It's
me-
okay.
for me, once it reached to once it reached to my parents, especially my mother,
Yeah.
I mean it's serious.
Mm.
Because then she'll be asking me questions.
Yeah.
And then she'll be expecting me to behave a certain way. And I don't
Oh,
want
you
that
don't want the
pressure.
accountability. Look at mama one time.
Mommy don't make jokes, eh?
Mm-mm.
Remember the first time?
Oh yeah, that one was watching him. I was checking to see if you had say it.
Do we have a story?
You have a story. I don't know if you want to tell it. Yeah, that was Kingsley. I couldn't believe it, bro.
The first time,
Yeah.
the first time, I'll tell the story. Go on. The first time Tara met Josh's mom, Josh introduced her to his mom as his friend. Everybody just paused and watch him. Because all of us are standing there. We were outside that hall. Chancellor. Taylor?
No, Chandler.
The
Chancellor.
Chancellor building in
Chandler,
SU.
no.
No, Chatter. We had a concert in there. So after the concert, everybody outside greeting each other and so. So he brought Tara to his mom and said, hey mom, this is my friend. All of us just like,
Not all of y'all pulling up the
Nah.
DJ said,
Yeah.
oh
Yep.
no.
like, well, not up in the guts almost every night, but born.
Oh my god.
That was a joke. He was a virgin. I'll tell you what, man. He was a virgin. He was a virgin.
No, that's good.
My brother just lose his thing. He just get married. Already, huh?
Lie again. Lie. But also, who do y'all think has it harder in the relationship? Saying that was
In dating.
I would say woman in dating. Women.
Why men?
And specifically when it comes to longevity in dating. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to make no assumptions. I'm gonna ask a question.
I like how fast you learn, you know.
Does dating
wife.
is dating harder as you age or not?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where I'm getting.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's harder because for a man, no matter, yes, we start off kind of slow when we're young and we ugly and we have some zits and thing on our face.
And your bed ain't growing.
I mean,
Yeah,
beard
as
and
men
growing.
age, they gain value. As women age, we lose value, unfortunately. When
I
the
didn't
salt
say it.
and no,
She
that
did.
is it. When the
But
salt
that
and
is the
peppers come
perception.
in, you look more attractive. You see more dignified. Whether you ain't got shit going on, you have them grays coming in and the hair markup, and you just suddenly look like a respectable, responsible guy. And then as women, when the grays start coming in, and you know the body starts changing, somehow we seem less desirable. I mean, not that there aren't the right man will always find,
'Cause I mean,
but
you have a whole
just
song called
general
Cookie Lookie.
perception of society, yeah, we're not seen as attractive.
Some cookie loogies are attractive. too.
Coogie loogies, yes, but you know, it's
Okay.
not as
Traditions.
it's
We
not
go by
that easy to
traditions,
sell.
then it would be men because we expect men to bring certain things to the table. Like if we're not bringing it, then
Weak dick too, so.
Bro, you want to say that again for the mic?
I said some of these men only bring dick to the table and it's weak dick.
Oh,
It's unfortunate. Yo, I got you, bro.
Better guys do it for the guys that Rohan is talking about, because that is not always my experience. Josh was saying that
Oh,
he believes
dating-
that the guys have it
Harder.
harder
wait. Well, I was talking about
in dating relationships.
I was saying traditionally, like because they expected men to bring everything. Remember, men used to have to go and cut down trees with the father of the bride before.
I'm traditional. Put me in house. I want to iron work shirts. I want to wash.
Do you?
Hello. I say this every friends. My friends.
Yeah,
know.
Jan's waiting to be a housewife.
I am wait. Listen, please. I like to mop.
Wow.
I don't really like to sweep, but because of that, I have already invested in a
emphasis, I believe.
Roomba. I am ready for this.
I
Hello.
believe.
I listen. When you come home from work, I will be, I promise, in lingerie and heels. I do it already for free. Put me in a house.
Wow.
Put me in
wait.
house.
So are you expecting an allowance? Because you say doing it for free. I don't know if you expect to get paid when you get
No,
put
no,
in the
no.
house.
I was just saying that I'm already doing it
Okay.
without
Alright.
Not the benefits of a relationship.
And I don't
Of
expect an
wife.
allowance because I am an academic. I could find work that could keep me.
Nah, you're
home.
staying home. You're staying home.
No, I am already home. That's my point. My life is already set up. Just fall in, big man, wherever you're there.
No, I can't use that.
Just fall in.
Oh no.
No, but there shouldn't be a purpose for allowance because I feel like the woman should already have access to the bank.
You know she's a stay-at-home mom. I give her
But
all
she-
the money.
No, she
I don't
could.
have
She have
access to the
direct
bank
access to
account,
the
my
bank.
Traditionally.
Boy.
if you making so much enough money and you're so busy making money for your whole family that your wife doesn't have to work, you think you have time to go to the bank?
Not only that.
You think you have time, energy to be making decisions on what to buy? Really?
Do you even want to make those
I don't. I do
I
not.
will be the household.
Take the card. Don't
I will
ask
be
me
the
nothing.
household financial manager.
Don't
That's
ask me
my job
nothing.
type. Not, don't call me a housewife. I am the household financial manager.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't ask me nothing.
Chief
What
executive
color I want
officer of the
bed
home.
sheet?
That's
Okay.
my name.
Buy what you want. When I reach home, I go see it. Don't ask me if I like this color. I don't care.
When in the house, I just pay the bills. Anything else after that?
You're not paying no bills. You're making the money. I pay the bills.
Yeah,
You really
yeah, yeah.
think you go and tell me
Yeah,
I pay the bills?
Making sure the money is there for the bills to be paid.
There you go.
Yeah, that vibes.
But let me tell you, Ayana will get vexed if you don't help with the house.
I mean,
No, I do not. And don't knock me because I
I'm
also
not.
believe in putting things in place
about
so
to
that you
fight.
don't have to put things in place. Come on.
I'm not saying that like the housework, I mean.
That's exactly what I'm speaking about.
Oh no, I want.
Remember, I've been there before, and I believe if you don't like to sweep, babes, and I don't like to sweep, we're not gonna argue about sweeping.
We'll find something to sweep.
We're gonna find somebody or something to sweep. We don't
Facts.
need to fight about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I agree.
If you don't
I
like
agree.
washing clothes,
All
and I
say
don't
is
want to
that
wash
you're going to want
clothes,
help, eh? You don't want help. It's fine. But also,
I
Yeah,
personally would
I'm
like help.
nothing
I
wrong with
would
that.
love to
From
cook,
time to time.
and I would cook every day, or I yeah, but like specific help. If we have on little music and Sunday's the day that we cook together. Other than that, I don't really necessarily want anybody to cook around the day.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
you're an
Yeah,
annoyance.
You know, then that's a vibe. Cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna. But I want a little help, but I also be little helping with any bill or anything. Let's say I take a water bill, you take the rest.
At some point, even though you say you don't want help right now, at some point, you'll be like, what the ass? I doing all this work and this man upstairs watching football and dirty in the house.
Just away from it. Like if I downstairs, like maybe washing dishes or cooking, be close by. Let me chat a little.
Yeah, like
'cause-
don't make it a separate thing.
Yeah, don't make it where it's like I feel like I'm the housekeeper and I have to like stay out to
Yeah.
the kitchen while you're clean.
yeah.
You know, like let's have our chatting time around then because you're at work all day or I'm at work all day, wherever we are. This is now our time to kind of
Yeah.
decompress.
I totally agree with Ro, because there's a silent helping where you don't have to put your hand, but your presence is there and you bring your silent support. But also if you realize that it's a problem for you, like if you're doing a chore because you want to be recognized for doing the chore, don't do it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
or like honestly,
and if you do it.
when
do
I
it
was
properly.
in the domestic situation, and I realized that I was the one doing a lot of the heavy lifting in the home. I mean, just in terms of domestics, cooking, cleaning, and still had a full-time job. So this is not me being a housewife. This is me coming home from work,
You're being an
just,
adult.
just like
You're being
you.
an adult.
Both of us, yeah, both of us going to work and coming home, but then I am the one that has to do the things. And I realized it was becoming an annoyance to me. And I don't want that to become a thorn between us.
Yeah.
And if both of us are adults and we're making money, then we also making enough money that we could be comfortable. And part of the comfort is outsourcing certain things that we don't want to deal with. And so I had a cleaner that came in once a week and she took care of all the things that I didn't or we didn't collectively want to deal with. And that's how we solved that problem. I am a neat freak. And the second thing that we did was we had separate rooms. We had a primary bedroom and I had my room that I would go to because he enjoyed loud music in the morning and I like to ease into my day. I like to start my day with a glass of water, meditation and some stretches. And he liked to start his day with loud ass music. And I was like, yo, son, you're gonna just keep that in the next room. I'll wake up in my room and we sleep together, whatever the case is. Or if I want my quiet time, I go to my room. So we solved that by like having dedicated spaces in the house.
I believe in the
She's a
Yeah.
problem solver, right?
Yeah.
No, you have to.
No, you
We
have
had
to do
a-
as an adult.
Yeah, because
What?
you had to recognize that you're a couple, but you're also two different people.
Right.
And if your thing is not sweeping and my thing is sweeping, and I can't vex with you for not sweeping.
The minute you recognize that, your home will be a very happy place.
Mhm.
Y'all saying 2 separate rooms. I saw a video with this girl saying she
fuck
want 2 separate houses.
Houses, no, that's
She wanna go
that's
to
good.
her house.
That's a
and she
stretch.
wants-
That's a
But what I
stretch.
want is definitely a separate bathroom. Because I've lived with a man before and I don't like the way y'all live in bathrooms, bro.
Yeah, we stay inside it long.
No, it's not the same as along. It's the bare pieces like all over the place. It's the toilet. I mean, the toilet seat up doesn't really bother me because I could put it down. It's not a big deal.
But I feel like
Just little weird.
I feel like television selling a pile of lies because not all men like that. I am not like that.
The man that I lived with, that I mean, this is not a man. This is like a roommate, a friend man. And the frustration was just how he left the bathroom. I'm like,
I mean,
and left our shared space. Like
Is he
his
from?
bedroom,
Was he from the Caribbean?
he actually is.
Really?
And just yeah.
That's
Shocked.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So like our shared space used to be
My
fucking
mama grew
dirty,
up-
bro. Like when I tell you this man would just leave something like an ice cream thing or like a box of something or his plate out in our living room. But when I pass by his room, it's immaculate. I was like, yo, when I tell you, y'all, jail time for me in Canada. Because I was like, yo, what is wrong with you? Why is your plate here collecting dust?
Room clean.
Yo, your room is clean.
That
Keep
man,
your
that
dirty
man didn't like
room.
him.
No,
He
I had
hated
to.
you,
I
man.
had to fight him a little bit. I
He
had to-
hated you, man. That's wicked. That's wickedness. That's wickedness. That's wickedness. How you
But the house is-
and the house isn't just dirty from just being a house and being lived in. My stuff is out there. Nah, man, they're wicked,
Like,
bro.
it was
They're
one
wicked,
time
bro.
out. And we cleaned up, and he was like, "Oh wow, this just feels so great." I was like, "Nigga, duh. Of course it feels great. It's clean space. Jesus, the dishes aren't piled up.
Not all men are like that though.
Not all men. That's what I
Yeah.
said. Like who I lived with, it was a problem. We definitely had to fight a couple times.
My thing is laundry. I like doing laundry. My
Oh,
wife doesn't like doing
cute.
laundry, so I always do laundry.
Aww.
And
Aw.
also,
I can do my
Nah.
she goes to work 2 days a
Mommy,
week. Normally she
I'm the
do
laundry man.
cooking and dishes and stuff. But the 2 days that she goes to work, I make sure that she has nothing to do when she comes home. So no dishes in
Aw.
the sink.
Yeah, boy.
Wow, I'm so
Nah.
proud.
That's a newly
Nah.
married man.
Cheers to you.
Nah.
Here's to you, Brad.
Nah. I'll clean the house. Nah. It's
I
funny.
don't really have some of
That's
this.
That's from the wine. Nah, I hate laundry. I would clean the house a million times. Easy. I guess I get that from a mother, but laundry? No. Mother is clean. She OCD. She will sweep every day. I wouldn't sweep every day, but I will clean the house a million times before I do laundry. A million times. And proper thing. Mop with hot water and everything. Serious thing. But laundry? No. Nah. Because you had to, damn, you had to put that out, take it in, fold it, put it away. No. That's too many different, like once I in something, I'm gonna just do it, get everything done, and I could do something else. I see this waiting for clothes to dry, then I have to fold it, then put nah.
Contrary to my girlfriends, I am not the most domestic person and I don't pretend to be. Right? When I was in a relationship, what we did was a relation two for that was a relationship. though. What we did, we alternated Sundays. So one Sunday would be my cooking day. Hate to do that shit, but I can. He would wash. The other Sunday, it would be my time to wash and he would cook. So naturally, the meal on my Sunday was a little bit less fancy because he really liked the cutting up a thing and like, yo, dude, can we just eat? Because all of this cutting up thing, anyway, big up you. Yeah, but I don't need you to be there for me to do what I have to do. But I also think that it helps me based on my personality just to get things going, to know that I have somebody there that's going to support it. You don't need to be in the kitchen with me because trust and believe, if you're OCD, don't be around me on that shit because I don't care about your OCD. I really don't. Please move from by
So
me.
that's me and Tara with laundry. No,
Yeah.
I like clothes spread up a specific way. So if I ask Tara to help me with clothes, she have to pass me so I can spread it. And all that.
She
That's
does.
good.
Gotta pass it so you can spread it. Okay.
Spread it out, play myself.
Thank you for listening to our crossover episode with the guys of Can't Say This Twice podcast. To continue listening to this episode, head on over to their podcast page at Can't Say This Twice so you can catch the release later this week.